From stripper pole dolls to straitjackets and guillotines, today we're going to talk about the 10 creepiest kids' toys in the world. Number 10. Cyclops Baby. A stroller is a significant part of a kid's development in early childhood. It makes walking and movements faster. But the Cyclops Baby stroller didn't follow the legacy completely. The toy comes with a demonic, bloody, and greenish rolling out eyes. The surroundings of the stroller have a color similar to human flesh. When you place a baby in the stroller, it resembles sitting inside a brain cyclops. If you want to scare the kiddos out there rather than bring out the fun in playing, then this monster toy stroller is a perfect choice. Number 9. Punisher Shapeshifter Gun. It's not just the fact that you can pose this figure in incredibly impolite ways during the transformation process that makes this obviously untested product so enjoyable. It's the fact that the final transformation is possibly the most indecent thing ever done to a human doll since the invention of voodoo. Some genius apparently thought it would be a brilliant idea to create a doll that could be converted into a pistol. Not so much, it seems. And it seems that no one ever thought this through. Or if they did, they were too far down the manufacturing path to back out. We are excited to see what else they have planned for the remaining Marvel superheroes in this series. And to think, there was a time when we thought the whole idea of an erector set was a snide inside joke on us all. Number 8. Furby. The Furby initially arrived on toy store shelves in the United States in 1998, causing a stir. A total of 40 million units were sold in just 3 years. Furbies were tiny robotic fuzzy toys that looked like owls with enormous ears. They were able to communicate and even switched on entirely on their own. The majority of the noise they made was in their own tongue, as well as screeches and grunts. They did, however, speak some English. The more you spoke to them, the more vocabulary and phrases they picked up, according to legend. Furbies are known to have spoken to you in the middle of the night while you thought they were sleeping. And after their batteries had been removed for a long time, they would sometimes speak spontaneously. There are a lot of scary stories about these apparently harmless animals on the internet. It wouldn't be creepy at all if they didn't wake you up or your children in the middle of the night with phrases like, "Do you want to play?" despite the batteries being disabled. Adults who grew up in the 1990s will rejoice today because the Furby has returned to the market. Number 7. Baby Secret. The Mattel Toy Company released Baby Secret, a creepy doll, in 1966. It stood about 45 centimeters, 18 inches tall, and had a soft baby body with a vinyl head. It wore a red dress with a white bib and spoke with an open mouth that moved. When the doll's pull string was removed, the doll's whisper function enabled, and her voice was frightening and lifelike. The Baby Secret doll's commercial was almost as frightening as the doll itself. The evil, demonic doll whispered things like, Ugh. Number 6. Creeping Baby Doll. The Creeping Baby Doll, which was patented in 1871, was a creepy Victorian doll that was intended to represent a crawling baby. Despite being the first crawling children's doll, it didn't appeal to little girls because it seemed to be incredibly frightening, weighed a lot, and was not sufficiently interactive. Perhaps more troubling, until the mid-1800s, crawling was referred to as creeping, and was associated with animals and insane people. From a young age, standing tools were used to enable children to rise and walk. Crawling became normal in the mid-1800s, and dolls with clockwork elements became common. Number 5. Mini Guillotine. Guillotines were a common children's toy during the French Revolution, which were 0.6 meters or 2 feet tall. They were used to sever the heads of dolls, birds, and mice by children. Surprisingly, some salon hostesses used these toys to entertain their visitors. Small enemy dolls were decapitated and loaded with blood perfume. When Johann Wolfgang von Goethe's mother was asked to purchase such a violent toy for her grandson, she retorted angrily, "Buy such a notorious murder instrument? That is something we will never do in any circumstance. What, allowing children to play with such a heinous object is inexcusable. Put murder and bloodshed in their possession as a recreational activity?" The violent toy was reintroduced into American stores in the 1970s. However, due to widespread parental outrage, the frightening toy guillotine was permanently banned from the market. Number 4. Reborn Baby. Believe me, this will creep you out from head to toe. Deborah King from Scotland is the creator of reborn babies. Although there's no denying her artistic ability, the dolls she creates are, to put it mildly, macabre. She tries to make her dolls as lifelike as possible, with the addition of a beating heart as an option. Unfortunately, she makes them look so natural that the lack of expression and frozen poses give the impression of an embalmed infant corpse. Any kid who erupts in laughter when they get one of these for Christmas needs to see a therapist as soon as possible. Number 3, breastfeeding doll. First of all, prepare to be blown away with the tagline for the product. Because you shouldn't have to wait until you have breasts before breastfeeding your kid. Quite shocking and disturbing, isn't it? Well, we respectfully disagree with that tagline. However, with Baby Glaton, the breastfeeding doll, Spanish company Berjuan has gone a little too far. Parents are outraged by the bizarre doll, which comes with a halter top-like bra that girls can put on and pretend to nurse with, complete with flower-like nipples that create a loud sucking sound, and is intended for girls 8 to 10. And why would they get mad? It's just inappropriate. Although some parents applaud the company's goal of educating children about breastfeeding, others are understandably repulsed by a toy that encourages girls to imitate breastfeeding before they're old enough to comprehend it. Opponents claim that the toy could increase the risk of teenage pregnancy. Bébé Glaton, which was launched in August and cost $67, is currently only available in Spain. What do you have to say about this? Number 2, the lovely straitjacket. A few years ago, Publicis Brazil's Antonia Correa and copywriter Luis Felipe Guerrero created a popular marketing campaign in which a variety of child-restraining items appeared in Brazilian toy stores. Visitors to the toy shop were taken in by the seemingly real show of cages, trapped chairs, balls and chains, and straitjackets for toddlers in the window displays, and photographs of the control toys items. Once some parents saw the variety of behavior-controlling toys, you can imagine their surprise and hidden delight. Number 1, stripper pole dolls. A British business, believe it or not, created a stripper pole toy for young girls to practice their pole dancing. Thankfully, some officials made the decision to remove it from the shelves. Sadly, scores of people had already purchased them for their daughters. The product's marketing campaign is just unbelievable. Unleash the sex kitten inside. Simply extend the peekaboo pole inside the tunnel, put on some sultry music, and go. Keep in mind that this was designed for preteen girls. Like, what on earth were they thinking when they designed such a toy for young children? Traumatized? We are too. Avoid buying these creepy toys to save your little ones. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon.